Hello everyone. So welcome to the video recording of one of my classes. I'm recording this class because there have been several members throughout the week that have asked me if there would be any way that I could put together a video so that they could continue their yoga practice while we're in a lockdown. So if you are one of my regulars on the weekday or maybe on the weekend, doesn't matter when I usually see you, I totally miss you, and I'm more happy than anything to be able to connect with you, even if it is just through a video. Now, because this is a video, remember that anytime you're doing an exercise, you're assuming your own risk at participating in this video. You are not in a studio anymore, so make sure you have a nice clear area around you and that you are not in danger of knocking anything important over. If we knock anything over, which we do in class all the time, and it's the block, that's never a big deal. But remember your surroundings and where you are, and just make sure you have enough space and that you are taking it at your own pace, no matter where I am not able to see you. So just allow yourself to enjoy the movement and take it at your own level, okay? Never push your body past what it's telling you it should not, and also give yourself a little permission to take a break when you need to, okay? That being said, let's go ahead and get started. If you would like to sit on a block, maybe you don't have a block, don't worry about it. But if you do happen to have a yoga block at home and you are one of the people who would like to sit on that block, you can go ahead and place it underneath your buttocks so that you're sitting up nice and tall and that your knees are able to come forward. Sometimes we find that we can't keep ourselves uplifted because our hips are a little too tight. This just allows us to sit upright. If you are able to sit without your block, no problem. You can sit with your legs crossed. You can always sit with one leg out. You can sit in a half lotus, where I seem to find it very, very comfortable just for my hips. But some people might even want to come into a full lotus pose here. Wherever you happen to be today, I just want you to take a seat that feels right for you. Then we're going to roll our shoulders up, back, down. Hands can be palm up on your thighs. They can be palms face down. They can even be hanging out to the side. And then if you feel real comfortable, I want you to close your eyes. Just for a moment or two, maybe just get accustomed to your surroundings. Might be quieter than at our local gym facility or in our yoga studio. Might be a little different with different noises going on. I just want you to take notice of everything that you can hear. And then we're just going to put it at the back of our minds while we start our practice today. And then I just want you to start to focus in on the breath. Let everything else start to fade into the background as you inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose. Again, reminding ourselves that there's absolutely nothing wrong with breathing through the mouth. We just have a lot more focus and control when we're breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Just allowing ourselves to feel our lungs and bellies expand with the inhalations and letting our shoulders relax and melt with the exhalations. A couple of more times. Nice deep inhale. And slowly exhale. Let's even add some time to this one to really get ourselves focused in our practice. We're going to breathe in through the nose for a count of 4. Pause at the top for 2. And then slowly exhale for 6. If you care to join me, inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Again, deep inhale. hold, exhale. Let's go ahead and inhale those hands all the way up. Big inhale, maybe we look up to the sky. Exhale the hands down through heart center, tuck the chin. Go ahead and reach far and wide, look up, inhale. Exhale, dive down, hands together, coming down through the center. Let's do that one more time. Big inhale all the way up. Exhale, slowly come down through the center. Let's go ahead and lift up our hands all the way up to the sky. Let's float them down, pushing the hands out, diving down, and this time we're bringing our hands behind our backs. Let's go ahead and inhale, look all the way up, eyes open or closed, again, always a choice. Maybe those hands touch at the top, maybe they don't. Exhale, tuck the chin and dive down. Again, maybe the hands touch, maybe they don't. Let's do that 2 more times. Big inhale, rise it on up. Exhale, turn the hands out, tuck the chin, bring the chin to just reach behind. Last time, big inhale all the way up. Exhale those hands down onto your shoulders. Let's do something that we've done before in our classes. We're going to take our right shoulder and bring it all the way across our body. Inhale up and exhale back, and then switch to the other side. Inhale, rise it on up all the way, and then back. Let's go to the first side again, crossing it over. Draw the elbow all the way up. Now maybe we pull the elbow back and draw it down through the center and over onto the other side. Maybe we follow our elbow as we go. Let's add the breath. Inhale, first side, all the way up. Draw it back. With the exhale, then the inhale, lift up. Exhale, pull it down. One more time each side. Big inhale, lift, draw. Feel the shoulders start to lubricate, open up. Inhale and exhale. Pull both of the shoulders back, tuck the chin, feel the stretch in the front of the body. We're going to exhale, pull the elbows together, roll the shoulders forward. Inhale, the elbows come up. Exhale, open and tuck. And do it again. Touch maybe, inhale, rise. Exhale, down, eyes open or close, your choice. In through the nose, maybe out through the nose if we can. Our last time, big inhale. Exhale and let it go. Take a big breath in all the way up. Exhale your hands down in front of you. Make your way onto all fours on your mat. And once you're there, spread your fingertips nice and wide, knees underneath the hips, roll your shoulders up, back, and down, and press through every fingertip, including your thumb and your index finger. We're going to do a couple of cat-cows here. My toes are tucked. Exhale, round the back, tuck the chin, press into the fingers. Inhale, lower the belly down, tailbone comes up, look up to the sky. Go ahead and exhale, give me that strong arch in the back. And then inhale, drop the belly, tailbone to the sky, look up. 2 more times. Exhale. Inhale. Last time. Exhale. And inhale. Now that we know our cat and cows, we're going to take a nice strong tabletop position. So shoulders away from the ears, fingertips ground well into your mat. Toes are tucked. We're going to extend our front leg out. Okay,
Once it's out, our hips are squared, so we're not arching our hip in any way. We've just got our toe resting, our shoulders are back and down, and that way we can lift up our foot. And it should stay where your hip is at. We don't want it to be too high, but if you need to go lower, no problem. Energy through that heel. Pull the belly up, shoulders back and down, and let's go ahead and take that back hand out. It's opposite hand. My fingertip touches the mat until I'm good and ready to lift off, knowing that I can put my hand down at any time, looking down at our mat. Now that we've got this here, let's exhale into our cat, and inhale, lengthen to flat back. Exhale, root through the hand, and then reach energy through the heel and the fingertips. 2 more times. Exhale and inhale. Last time. Exhale and reach. Now if you need to put your hand down, do so. If you're okay to bend at the knee and take that front hand to reach behind, find your toes or your ankle, go ahead and do so. And then root down through that hand that's supporting you, kick back up into the sky, and hold for 4, 3, 2, and release. Let's come into our first child's pose. Big toes might want to touch, knees outside the hips. Go ahead and lengthen back. Nice. Just take a moment here. Notice how the first hand that was supporting us feels. Maybe we roll our wrists. Anytime we need to during our practice today, we can feel free to do so. Roll those wrists out, modify anything that you need to. We can always slide our hands down to our shoulders, and once they're there, we can flip our palms up so that our wrists are down. And then when we're comfortable, we can pull our elbows down towards our sides while our wrists are still connected to the floor. This will allow you to stretch out those forearms and those wrists. Again, just an option. Everything is a suggestion. Nothing is a requirement. When you're ready, let's go ahead and release those hands. Come back into our regular child's pose, reaching those hands up above. We're going to do the same thing on the other side, but let's go ahead and take it to our first downward facing dog just to allow our calves to stretch. So hands in front of you, spread those fingertips nice and wide, tuck your toes, send your tailbone high into the sky, feet are about hip distance apart. We can walk our hands up a little bit more, we can walk them out. We're going to soften our knees a little bit here, and we're going to let the head hang, give it a shake. Always have to remind myself in a down dog, my head isn't doing much. I just have to shake it out and let it go. Where the energy is rooting down through your hands. Shoulders are away from the ears. You're softening the knees. Your heels do not have to touch the back of the mat. But what I want you to do now is start to sink your ribs towards your thighs. And then maybe we have to walk our hands a little bit more. We're getting our tailbone up in the sky, our heads relaxed. Couple of deep breaths here. It's an inversion. We're starting to feel pressure in the head because it is lower than our heart. Let's go ahead and drop our front heel down and our back knee bends. Maybe your heel touches. Maybe it doesn't. Don't worry about it. Inhale and switch. Exhale and switch. Root down through the fingertips. Let the head hang heavy. Inhale and switch. Exhale and switch. However it means for you to be breathing today. We're not all going to be at the same tempo, so don't worry about it. Just walk that dog out, feeling the stretch in your calves. And if you want to get a little funky with your dog, you can always roll through the hips, soften in the elbows, and take your dog for a little funky walk if that suits you today. And then now that we've gotten that, we're going to press our hips high into the sky, come back onto all fours, walk ourselves back up. Your toes can be tucked. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Inhale the hands all the way up. Exhale them down behind you. Maybe we do a little dive here. Maybe the hands touch.
We've done this before, but instead now we're kneeling. Toes might be tucked. Exhale, dive down. One more time. Inhale those hands up. Release the shoulders, releasing the wrists. Then take those hands all the way down onto your mat. Hands underneath your shoulders. Shoulders back and down. Toes are tucked. Knees underneath those hips. And then we're taking that back leg, kicking it straight out. Noticing our hips are squared. Rolling the shoulders back and sucking the belly button up into the spine. Once we've got that core locked on, we can lift that back leg while we're looking down at our mats. Toes point to the ground, and then we're able to slide that front finger all the way to the top of the mat, and then maybe lift it off at shoulder height. Hip height with the leg, shoulder height with the arm. When you're ready, exhale. Inhale, press. Exhale. Inhale, press. 2 more times. Root down through that stationary hand. Kick back and reach. Last one. Exhale, scoop up. Inhale, reach. Hold it here. Take a break if you need to. Bend at the knee if you want to. See if you can wrap around and find those toes. Look down at your mat. And if you have connected behind you, kick that foot up into the air and hold for 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Let's go ahead, tuck those toes, bring the knees outside, back into a child's pose. Now those toes may be close together, they may be a little further apart, but we are going to play in this position a little bit. So we're going to take our hands and bring them underneath our shoulders. Shoulders up, back and down, and your toes are tucked. Let's see if we can lift our knees up off of the mat for a second here, and then push it back. Now my toes are very close to one another. You might want to walk them out a bit. And then we're just going to come up and hold here. Knees come together. Exhale, push back. Inhale, come a little further forward. 2 more times. Push it back. Knees come out to the side. Brace your core. Hold. Last time. Pull it back. Hold here. Now if you need to drop to the knees, feel free to do so. My knees are really close together. And then all I'm going to do is drop them onto the one side. So my hip comes down. Back up. And then to the other side, rolling onto the sides of the feet. Inhale. Getting really warm. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale down. Bring yourself back. Drop to the knees. Let's walk ourselves all the way back. Feet are on the floor. And roll the shoulders up, back and down. Nice. Take a break if you need to. Inhale all the way up. Exhale through heart center. Rise it up one more time. Take those hands down in front of you. Tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. We've been here before. Walk the feet out so they're hip distance apart. Root through your fingers. Head is hanging. We're all good. Couple of breaths here. Let's go ahead and take our front leg high up into the sky. Point the toe. We are not worried about how high we get that foot. We're just making sure we're rooting down through the fingers. We're letting the head go. We might be allowing the heel to drop in the back towards the mat, but it doesn't have to touch. And then we're just going to bend at the knee and let the hip open. Couple of breaths here. And then when you're good, pull the knee into the chest. Look between your hands. Step, walk, guide that foot between the hands. Drop the back knee. Come on up to a kneeling lunge. Let's go ahead and float all the way down. Nose comes to knee as we reach back. Inhale, back up, lifting, maybe into a back bend. Exhale, swing back down. 2 more times. Inhale, rise it on up. Exhale, float it back down. Last one, inhale to the back bend. Pull the elbows out to the side. We're going to take a turn to the front. So turn, and then exhale, and then turn the other direction. Don't worry which direction you're turning. You get both. Bring it back to the center. Lean forward, hands come down, tuck your toes, and let's try a chaturanga. Inhale to come forward. Lower the knees down. Slowly bring your belly towards the floor as your elbows brush your ribs. Come down. Once you're down, feet flat on the floor, inhale to baby cobra. Look down at the mat. Stay here for a second. And when you're good, I want you to exhale to lower back down. Tuck your toes and push back into child's pose. I always like to do a few of these before we start into any chaturanga dandasana from the high position. We want to make sure we're ready, and if today is not our day to come to our toes, we don't worry about it. Inhale to come forward. Weight of your chest just forward of your hands. Exhale, lower down, control it. Feet flat on the floor. Baby cobra, maybe a full cobra. Knees are still on the mat. Tuck the toes, push back, child's pose. Let's go ahead and do that again. Inhale to come forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise it on up. Exhale, push back. If you want to try one from your toes, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, baby full or maybe an up dog where the knees are off the mat. Exhale, push back into child's pose or right into your downward facing dog. Let's do that one more time. Inhale to come forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, push back. All right, we're in our downward facing dog. Our head is hanging heavy. We're all good. Take a breath. Root down through the hands. Let's lift up the back leg. We're on the second leg now. And just hold here. Calm breath through the nose. And then once we've done that, we can press our heel to the back of the mat. Doesn't have to touch. We're going to bend at the knee and just let it hold over the side as we open up the hip. Exhale, bring the knee into the chest. Look between the hands. Step, walk, guide it through. Dropping the back knee. Inhale, rise it up. Good. So as long as we're solid here, we're going to take our dive forward. Exhale, dive, nose comes towards the knee. Inhale, release it back to the back bend. Exhale, float through. Release it back, inhale. Exhale, float through. Bring it all the way back up. This will be the last one. Exhale, float through. Inhale, rise it on up, and then pull the elbows to the side. We're going to turn away or into the knee, so twist with those cactus arms. Exhale, back to the center, and then over to the other side. Bring yourself back. Reach the hands forward, take it down to the mat, step back, walk your dog, rest, or chaturanga. Inhale to come forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, push back. Good. Let's go ahead and walk ourselves to the center of our mats, crossing at the feet or getting yourself into your seated position any way that feels right. All right, so now that we're seated, we are going to be able to do a nice big shoulder roll. We're going to have our hands out to the sides. Fingertips are pointed to the sides there. Your heels are really close to your body and your chest is fully lifted. Let's go and drop those knees over to the one side. And then bring yourself back up. And then drop them over to the other side. Doesn't matter which side you're doing. We're doing one side then the other. You're going to bring those knees up. You're gonna look over the opposite shoulder to where your knees are going. And then we're gonna bring ourselves back up. And we're gonna look out to the other side. This is nice and easy and controlled. Once we've got that, we're going to sit back on our bums. And we're just gonna have our feet in the same position. You might have to take them out a little bit. And then we're gonna lift our hands away from the ground. Know that you can put your hand down either side that you need to, but I need you to roll the shoulders back and sit up tall. This right now is making my abs contract, and I'm feeling it in my lower back, trying to keep my chest lifted. This is where the corset of the whole core has to work. And then we're very gently going to do the same thing. Shoulders away from the ears, let those knees drop over to the right side. You gotta lift that chest up. The knees don't have to touch the ground. Bring yourself back through center, and then exhale as you go to the other side. It's really tough. Inhale. Exhale. Your butt's gonna go for a little bit of a walk, so don't worry. I'm getting off my mat and I'm crawling towards you. That's exactly what's gonna happen. We're windshield washing our feet from side to side, using our core, giving ourselves a little walk. Let's do it one more each side. Exhale, lift, challenge yourself, bring it back. One more time to the other side. Bring it back. And woo, find yourself back on your mat. All right, let's go ahead and bring ourselves so that we are able to have our feet hip distance apart. We're going to grab onto our knees. One of my favorite things to do in class is just rocking and rolling. Again, you know that if this isn't for you, just find yourself on your back. But I really enjoy a good little rock and roll. Makes me feel like a kid. Not too often during the day do I get to roll around on the floor and play like a kid, so I take it every chance I get. So have a lie back. Your feet are now hip distance apart. Your neck, just give it a little rock side to side to make sure that there's no tension in it, no tension in the jaw, shoulders relaxed. Hands come down by your side. We're going to come up into our bridge, so go ahead and press into those heels. Lift your buttocks off the floor, send the hips high into the sky, chin to the chest, and lower back down. I'm going to keep us with some standard movements. We aren't in class together, so inhale to rise up, exhale to lower down. I want you to be comfortable and familiar. Inhale, rise up. This is great for the lower back, for the glutes, posterior chain working. Come back down. And then the last time we lift it up and we stay. Hold it here. If we can, we lift up the one heel and then we swap it out for the other heel. Switch and switch. Let's go ahead and take it to a little quicker walk. 1, 2. Keep the hips high and down. 1, 2. Soften the jaw, relax the shoulders. 1, 2, 1, 2. Last time. Both heels down, both heels up. Walk your feet a little closer to your bum. If you've got up on your toes, hold it here for 4, 3, 2, heels down, roll down, bring one knee into the chest, followed by the other. Give a little rock side to side, maybe forward and backward. Just see how the back feels. And if you are good to go, we can have those feet cross at the ankles, or we can keep them flat. We can tuck that chin, holding onto the knees, and rock and roll. Back up to seated. So rock it on up, back to your seated. When you're ready, let's flip ourselves all the way back over to our downward facing dog. You get there however you want to. Tuck those toes, bring those hips high, lengthen out through the spine, let the head hang. Go ahead and bring your front leg up high into the sky. Let the knee bend and drop it over the side. Now we're going to play here for a little while. You're going to bring your knee across your body underneath and touch maybe your elbow. Exhale and touch. Inhale all the way back up to a 3-legged dog.
and then bend the knee, let it drop. Exhale through the body, maybe touch the elbow, it might not touch, then send it all the way back up and knee across. One more time. Exhale, bring it, touch it, inhale up and over. This time you're going to take your foot, bring the knee into the chest, look between the hands, step walk guide it to the outside of that front foot. Okay, now we're here in a lunge with both of our hands on the inside of the foot. Your back hand stays down, lift your front hand so you're turning towards your knee and hold it here. We're going to do a big twist to the other side. Bring that hand all the way down, that's in the air, and swap it for the back hand. Lifting up and twisting away from the knee. Big twist here. Find your balance. Breathing through the nose. Exhale, bring both hands down. Take a step back into downward facing dog. Add a chaturanga if you want to. Inhale to come forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, push back. Same foot, front foot goes high up into the sky. Exhale, knee into the chest, look between the hands, step, walk, guide it. Back heel drops on the diagonal. Inhale to warrior one. Sink on in, knee over the ankle, okay? Root down through the feet, spread those toes nice and wide. Pull the belly in, tuck the pelvis, and roll the shoulders back. Once we've got this, we're going to do the same thing that we did before. Lean forward, bring those hands down to the ground. Then press through that front foot, lift it up. Maybe we clasp the hands, back bend. Exhale, if you're strong and good, float through. Inhale, rise it on up. Exhale, float through. Be strong in that front supporting leg all the way up. Last time. Exhale, backing, bending. We're going to go in for our twist now. Lift it up. Elbows out to the side. Turn to the knee, the front. Twist, exhale. Inhale to the other side. Exhale. Inhale. Reach all the way forward, down to the mat. Take a step back, chaturanga or rest. We've got another side to do. Inhale to come forward. Exhale, lower down. Baby full cobra, up dog, your choice. Exhale, push it back. All right, we've got those three knees crossing the body. You can also do them from the knees. We can kick up, cross over. All right, if you want to do them from downward facing dog, feel free to come with me. Modify or break when you need to. Head hangs heavy, root down through the fingertips. Give me the back leg high up into the sky. Let the knee hanging or bending and letting the foot hang. Open up that hip. When you're strong and you feel confident, exhale, come into that plank and touch that front elbow if you can. Inhale, back to three-legged dog, then bend the knee and come into that hip opener. Exhale, tap. Inhale, all the way back up. I know these are tough. Exhale, this is twist. You're holding your body up. You're using your back. Inhale, you're trying to breathe. Good, hold it. Bring that knee into the chest. Look to the outside of the hand and drop that foot on the outside. Okay? Both of your hands are now inside of that back foot. You're going to root down through that front hand and twist towards your knee. Go ahead and open right on up. Maybe you look to the sky. Maybe you just catch your breath. Whew. And then we're going to take that hand down. We're going to be in a bigger, deeper twist on the outside. So lift up and open up again. You're using your strong legs, you're balancing, and you're twisting. Many, many things going on here. Exhale, come down. Root those hands underneath those shoulders. Take a step back into downward facing dog. Chaturanga or chill out, your choice. Inhale to come forward. Exhale, lower down. Big inhale, rise it on up. Exhale, push back. You're still on that back leg. It is going high up into the sky. Three-legged dog. Exhale, knee into the chest, look, and then step that foot all the way to the front of the mat. Drop the back heel, rise up, warrior one. Knee over ankle, hips squared to the front. Remember, if those hips are turning out to the side, just take a little step up. Once you're squared, drop the shoulders, brace the core, tuck the pelvis. Let's go for the dive. Exhale, hands come down and they touch the floor the first time and they may just stay there. Inhale, rise up, root through that front leg into your back bend. Exhale, dive it down, maybe we sweep through. Inhale, rise up, stay nice and low in the legs. Exhale, sweep it through. We should be feeling our legs controlling us, our bodies starting to get more fluid as the practice moves on. Inhale, rise it on up. Exhale, the elbows out to the side. Good, we're going to twist in towards the knee. So exhale, this one is tough. Internally rotating. Inhale. Exhale, twist. All the way back. Take those hands down. Take a step back. Chaturanga. Inhale to come forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, push back. Walk yourself to the center of the mat. And then have a seat. All right. We're doing well. So now, we want to take it again to the floor. But this time we're going to do the practice on the abs, where we're going from side to side as opposed to just being all the way up. So we've practiced this one before as well. You're going to come onto your mat, and then you're going to let the knees drop to one side. Doesn't matter which side it is. If you're following me or that camera view is opposite to you, don't worry about it. Basically, your elbow on one side that your knees are dropped on are on the mat, okay? Knees don't have to touch, but they need to be together and your chest is lifted. The other hand is just hanging out for now, because what we're going to do is we're going to swap them. The knees are going to go to the other side and that elbow is going to come down. So just figure out this movement first, right? So elbow drops, knee swap, and then find it on the other side. Good. So this is going to open up your chest a lot. This is also going to work your abdominals and your side obliques. Okay. So once we've got that, let's go ahead and lift those feet off the ground. Lift your chest up and let's go forward. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale through the center. Inhale. Exhale. Lift the chest up. Exhale. If you're good, top leg, extend it. Sweep it up and then switch. Now you can hear it in my voice when the effort becomes greater. Okay? It's when those legs come up and I switch them. Breathe out, in. One more time. Up, out, breathe in. If you want, both feet. And again, you don't have to. Remember, choice. Make the choice for you today. Maybe today, maybe never, maybe tomorrow, maybe right now. Let's go. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, pull your chest up towards your knees. Let's do that 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale. You might close your eyes just to really get into the body. Feel your back moving. Feel your shoulders working. Feel that core working. I don't even need to ask you about that. Lift. Can we do this one more time? Inhale, pull it up. Exhale. Last time. Woo. And release onto your back. Oh. All right. So, rock and roll if it suits you. Always suits me. Get a little airflow going as well. I don't know where you are, but it's a little warm now where I am. We're going to lie down. Ooh. Okay, take a breath. If you need some water, roll out those wrists. Do what you got to do. Center yourself in your mat. Rock the head side to side. Heels close to the bum. Hands come down. by your side, palms down, shoulders back and down. Let's do this. Inhale, all the way up to your bridge. Exhale, lower down. If you're good, inhale, press up onto those toes. Lift those heels up, lift the pelvis up. Exhale, come down, heels touch. Inhale, rise up onto those toes. Maybe we need to walk in a little closer. Exhale, lower down. One more time, we're going to stay up. So inhale, squeeze your butt. Maybe come up onto those toes. Lift the pelvis, tuck the chin. We should be able to see our belly and watch our bellies expand when we breathe. We're going to take that front leg and we're going to lift it up. Remember, you could drop that heel if you need to. And if you're good, you're going to draw a little circle with that knee. Oh my. Talk about trying to balance. When the knee comes out to the side a little bit, you really got to brace that core. Relax the jaw. Don't hold the tension in the face. Go ahead and draw the circle. One more time. Draw that circle. It can be small. Then we're just going to take the foot and we're going to pulse. Up, up. You can drop to the heel at any time, or you can come up onto the toes, stay on the toes for 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Ooh, the back butt cheek. Glute med stabilizer. Give it a little shake side to side. If you put the tension up into that face again, just relax the jaw. A couple of breaths here, and we're going to do it all on the other side, all right? So, prepare yourself. Those hip openers with those little circles while we're balancing up on our toes or on our solid foot. They're the challenge today in this class, all right? So, shoulders relax, shake the head side to side. Notice no tension in the jaw. Eyes open or closed. We're on the ground, so we're not going anywhere. We can feel completely safe if we want to try and close our eyes. Hands are palm face down, shoulders away from our ears. Heels are close to our bum. Inhale, rise it on up. Make the adjustments now. If the feet are too far apart or they're too close together, whatever feels right, come on down. This time we might want to pop up onto those toes. Inhale, lift the heels up if it's right. Make sure we're not putting too much pressure on the back of our neck. If that's the case, stay a little lower and then lower back down. One more time. This time we're going to stay up, so rise it on up. Maybe up onto the toes, chin tucked, watching our belly, seeing the breath, enter and exit the lungs, walking the feet a little closer should we need to. And then we're going to elevate the back leg 90 degrees. Hold it here. Hips are still nice and high. Squeeze the butt. And then take the knee and draw a little circle out to side the body. So, exhale, inhale, 2 more, exhale. You go as big as you need to. Maybe it's not even a big movement today. And if it's the first time you're doing this movement, I don't want you to make it a big one. I just want you to feel confident. Now that we've got this, let's do the pulses. Up, breathe out, drive through that stationary glute. Come on, well, it's not too stationary now. It's moving. Lift, and 4, 3, you can hear the effort in my voice. 2, 1, and release. Whew. Pull one knee into the chest, followed by the other. Wrap your hands around and give yourself a big loving hug. Little side to side here. Rock it out. Inhale deeply, so fully expand those lungs. If we were breathing just in the top part of our lungs, make sure you get the air fully expanded into the full part of the lung. And then again, crossing at the ankles, holding on to our knees, deciding if we want to rock and roll ourselves up to seated. We're going to do one more flow. Are we ready? Let's do it. All right, we're going to spin ourselves around. We are on all fours. We've got our toes tucked. Maybe the toes are together, and maybe those knees come together. Okay, we did this once before in the beginning. Shoulders back and down. Know that you can go a little wider with those feet. It's all good. We're going to lift ourselves up. We're going to drop our butt down to one side, and then we're going to bring it up. The butt might touch, coming onto the sides of the feet, all the way back up, over to the other side. Good, stay strong. One more, bring it up, Hold the hover, push back into downward facing dog, feet hip distance apart, walk it out, let the head hang, front foot high up into the sky. Go ahead and bend at the knee. 2 times, we're gonna cross the body. Exhale, touch the elbow underneath. Inhale, rise it back up. Your choice to do this or just bring it to the chest. Maybe wanna cross and touch. Bring it all the way back up. We're gonna pull the knee into the chest, look between the hands. Step, walk, guide it, place it down. We are now going to take our back hand. We're gonna have it on the floor. We're gonna turn towards our knee. Placing that hand down and swapping it out to the other side. Lifting up, turning away from the knee. Go ahead and bring that hand back down. Go ahead and bring that front hand back up. Back to the knee twist. This is the challenge. You're going to stand up with those hands in exactly the same position. So lift up in that twist. Wonderful. Now we're going to sweep that back hand down. The front one all the way to the back. Warrior 2, drop that heel. Roll the shoulders back and down. Look at that front hand, flip it over, down that middle finger, slide through. Reverse your warrior, big inhale. Exhale, float elbow to thigh, reach over your head. We do this 3 times. Inhale, reverse. Maybe we take ourselves down to the mat. Inhale, reverse that warrior. Exhale, maybe we find our elbow on our thigh. Maybe we find our hand on a block or at the floor. Or maybe, if we're comfortable, we take a bind, taking that top hand behind the back, taking the bottom hand, threading through, and holding on to our hands, rolling the top shoulder back, and breathing for 4, 3, 2. Release the hands down to the front. One hand on either side, lift the back heel, take a giant step up to the top of the mat. Halfway hold. Exhale, fold. One more time, halfway hold. Exhale, fold. If you're ready to come to standing, all the way up. And exhale to heart center. Now I'm going to turn. You can stay exactly where you are, however it feels right. Weight in one foot. Doesn't matter which one, because we're going to do both. All right? So we're going to lift up the one knee at 90 degrees. Now that we've got this at 90 degrees, we're going to take our hands out and kick out to star. Good. Now that we've got star, softening your supporting knee, reaching out long, and then we're just going to take this one for a little bit of a journey. The journey will be in your mind. We're going to close our eyes for 4 seconds. Go ahead and do it. If you fall out of your star, don't worry. Falling stars are what wishes are made on. 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Shake it out. All right, back to the top of the mat. Inhale all the way up. Exhale through heart center. One more time, rise it on up. We're going to swan dive this one down, so soften the knees. Take a dive down. Hands on the mat. Take a step back with one foot. Take a step back with the other. Walk, rest, flow. Inhale to come forward. Exhale, lower down. Big inhale, rise. Exhale, push back. Are you ready to do this on the other side? We are almost done. Take your breaks. Do the movements that work for you. Modify them when you need to. Remember, you can do these on the knees. Let's take that back foot high up into the sky. Let's go ahead and bend it. Root down through those hands, head just hanging out. We're going to cross it either to the chest or to the opposite elbow. Exhale. Inhale. I'm only asking for 2, so exhale it wherever you go. Inhale all the way back up. Let's bring the knee into the chest, look between the hands, step, walk, guided as we exhale. Go ahead and drop your back foot. Inhale, rise it on up. Good, sink on in. Exhale those hands down. We're going to lift that back heel because I forgot the twist, so we're going to do them now. Your front hand stays, turn towards the knee. Let's lift it up. Then bring that hand down on the inside. Lift up and twist the other way. Lots of twists. We just don't do a lot of this work using your core and balancing. You can feel it. Bring your hand back down. Go ahead and twist to the knee, holding here, and this is the hard one. This is where we've got to find our balance, keeping our hands exactly as they are, and we're going to stand up. So let's lift it up, nice and slow, control it, make any adjustments, hold here. We're going to take that back hand, scoop it down, front hand up and around, drop the heel, warrior two. Awesome, shoulders back, reaching, look at that front hand, flip it up and point that middle finger straight in front of you, and then we're going to follow it all the way forward. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, elbow finds the thigh, reach up over your head. Beautiful. Let's go again, reverse it. You might find the floor this time, it might elbow find the thigh. Always a choice. Let's reverse this one more time, big inhale. Exhale, elbow finds the thigh, holding here, down to a block or the floor. And if we want to bind, taking that top hand, reaching it behind, then scooping the other one behind it. And if we've caught our hands, we rotate the shoulder open. 4, 3, 2, release those hands down on either side of the front foot. Take a giant step up, halfway hold. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway hold. I like to take my hands halfway up the shin, roll the shoulders back, but you can have your fingertips on the mat if you choose. And then forward fold, soften it out. One more time to halfway hold. Exhale, forward fold. And when you're ready, let's come all the way up. Inhale to standing. Exhale through heart center. The last bit of our practice today. You're on the other foot, whichever one that you started on, you're now on the other one. So hold steady, roll the shoulders back, bring the knee to 90 degrees. Okay, once we've got that, let's start to take the foot out and take those hands out. Reach and become the star I know you are. All right, so squeeze your butt, reach it long, and again, going for that journey. Only you know where you're going when you close your eyes. Let's find that place for 4 breaths. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. That side was much tougher for me. Shake it on out. Whew, come to the top of your mat. Inhale all the way up. Exhale through heart center. One more time, all the way up. Soften the knees and swan dive down. Good news, our last chaturanga for the class. Step back with one foot, step back with the other. If you want it, go for it now. Inhale to come forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, push back. Drop to the knees. Child's pose. And release. We made it. It's time for stretching. Go ahead and come on to all fours. Hands underneath the shoulders. Knees underneath the hips. Shoulders up, back, and down. Root down through that front hand. Elbows, wrists, and shoulders are stacked. And then you're going to take your back hand and lift it all the way up. Again, another twist. Hand might not go this far. Big inhale. Exhale, dive through and down. Shoulder towards the mat. Hand that is able to support you is about where your shoulder is. Eyes closed if you're comfortable. If you want to wiggle your tailbone up in the sky and see if we feel good, we might notice that if we push a little bit more on one side than the other, you get a deeper stretch. If it feels good, then do it. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. And we never want to press to the point of any kind of negative sensation. It's always just a light, beautiful stretch that we're looking for. Never push the body into something it's not ready for, that it doesn't want to do. If you're good here, you can stay here. If you want to walk the hand that is at the shoulder above, all the way up to the top of your mat, you can do so. And then you can walk up behind your head so that you can open up even more and you can look up at your armpit. Again, if this is too deep of a spinal twist for you or too much for the shoulder, don't do it. So important to remind ourselves that we don't have to do everything that we see. And then we can walk that hand back, slide it down to the shoulder, and because it's now firmly placed under the shoulder, we just have to press into the palm to use the bicep muscle, press ourselves up with our chest, and then switch to the other side. So hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, shoulders up, back, and down. Front hand, we take it all the way up into a twist that works for us. Okay, reaching up into the sky, taking a nice deep breath here, and then dive it down. Exhale down. Shoulder touches the mat. If we have a block or we need a blanket or support, when we're in our houses, we might have blankets in that we can use instead, and we can put our shoulder on a blanket or our head on a blanket or a pillow. These are nice stretching positions, so we don't need something firm to hold us up. This is all about relaxation and giving yourself some love that we might have tightened up something and we just need to give it a little love to give it back to some lengthening. Again, I'm wiggling my tailbone, and then I'm just noticing that if I press it a little bit more to one side, I get a nicer stretch. Then we can walk that top hand all the way to the top of the mat. Again, this is just an option. And if we feel like this shoulder will allow us to take a little bit more pressure, and we can twist at the spine, we start to walk our hand over behind our head, and then we can gaze up at the sky, just in line with our armpit. Getting a little bit of a cervical spinal twist here as well. Couple of breaths wherever you are. Walk the hand back. Then slide it so that it's at your shoulder. Using those big pressing muscles, shoulders, biceps, to press yourself up. And then let's go ahead and lie on our backs. So now we are able to just grab behind our knees, lower ourselves down. We can have the ability to have our knees together and our feet out to the side, and then we just allow our back to melt down onto the mat. Our palms can be faced up, our palms can be face down, but we want to roll those shoulders down away from those ears, and it might even require you to lift your chest a little bit and tuck the shoulder blades underneath. And then we take a deep breath in, exhale, and let everything melt. Rock your head side to side gently, releasing any tension in the jaw, and the shoulders, and the neck. Then just let the head fall to a natural position. If you feel ready to lengthen out through one leg, go ahead and do so, just very slowly, minding the back. And if you have to reposition yourself on the mat, do so. And then slide the other leg. At this point, my palms feel like they want to face up. So just make that choice now. And at any time it's a little too much pressure for the lower back, you can always bend those knees to reduce that pressure. Let's go ahead and take a deep breath in through the nose. Slowly exhale through the nose. One more time, nice deep breath. And exhale. Let's do a nice little body scan of all the things that we did today. If we were doing any of our bridge work on our toes, we worked in those feet. So just notice if there's any tension in our soles of our feet and our toes. Give them a little wiggle, maybe roll the ankles, and then just let them relax. With a nice big inhale. Exhale, let them go. Our calves got a little bit of work when we walk the dog. Often when we are standing and stabilizing, they help us support the knees and all the way down into the feet. If we have tight calves, sometimes we will have issues with the bottoms of our feet. So don't forget to give some love to those calves every once in a while. Maybe give them a little massage. But right now we're just going to take a deep breath in. Exhale and let it go. Your hamstrings at the back of your legs and your quads, they help you do your walking, your running, your jumping, your warriors, pretty much everything that you're going to do to make yourself move. So if there's any tension left in your legs, take a deep breath in. Exhale and let it go. Now, whenever we have any need to protect our back, especially when we're in this lying position, we tend to squeeze our glutes. So if you notice that you're kind of clenching or holding yourself up in any way, I want us all to squeeze our butt cheeks together. If you squeeze hard enough, you'll notice that your hips will lift, and if you see mine, you also notice that my legs have probably lifted a little bit up, and I'm squeezing my butt, taking a deep breath in while I'm squeezing. Exhale and let the glutes relax. Sometimes the only way to know that you've got tension in your body is to tense it up even more and then let it all go. Awareness comes to the core of the body. We did a lot of core work inadvertently in balances and various other postures and twists, but we did some very, very direct work when we were seated on our bum, doing our leg lifts. So again, nice deep breath in. Exhale and relax the core. Shoulders are always, always stressed in a modern day society. So again, if those shoulders have creeped up somehow, just slide those hands down, walk the shoulders under a little bit, take a deep breath in, rise up the chest, arch the back. Exhale and just let your body melt down onto your mats and let the shoulders slide out. Any tension in the arms, wrists, or fingers, let's maybe wiggle those fingers and roll those wrists. And then just let the hands relax, palms up or down. Shake the head side to side. Allow the head to relax, lips to part, jaw to soften, tongue to feel heavy. Eyes closed, softening around the little lines beside our eyes, through our eyebrows, relaxing the forehead. Nice deep breath in through the nose, and exhale. Finding our Shavasana and our silence for the next 60 seconds or as long as you need, as this is your own personal space. You don't need to be anywhere else but exactly where you are. So just take the time and fully give in to the sensations of your body. if you'd like to bring awareness back to the body, go ahead and slide one of your heels towards your bum. Do so with the other one. Pull one of your knees into your chest, just one. Holding onto the knee, rotate the ankle in one direction, the other direction. Let's go ahead and hold onto the back of the knee and lift the leg up all the way, stretching out the hamstring, maybe keep a soft knee. Then bend at the knee and place it down. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Pull the knee into the chest, holding onto the top of the knee. Rotate the ankle one direction, rotate the ankle the other direction. Slide those hands behind the knee, lift the leg up while supporting the joint. Little hamstring release here, a little stretch, and then bend at the knee and place the foot down. Roll those wrists out. Then we're going to take those hands out to the side. We're going to let our knees just gently come to one side. Then inhale back up to the other side. Again, knees don't have to touch the mat. They're just gently going from one side to the other, giving a spinal massage to the lower half of our body. And then wherever you're comfortable, let those knees completely stack and fall to the floor, turning onto our sides. Your top hand comes all the way across the body into front of your belly button. Sideline posture for one moment. Couple of breaths. When you're ready, press into that hand that's in front of the belly button to sit yourself up. Come back into whatever seated posture you had at the beginning of the class. Take a nice deep breath all the way up. Exhale the hands down behind your body, chin to chest. Hopefully we notice we're a lot more open. Inhale, rise it on up, big breath. Last time to dive down, hands behind the back. This time we're taking the hands all the way up. Bring them down through heart center. Head comes to a neutral position. Thank you so much for practicing today. I hope you enjoyed. I hope to see you very soon. And if you have any questions, those of you who've reached out, you know you have my email address, so feel free to email me. If you have any requests for the class, any postures that we've done in the past that you want to see in a video, let me know. It's at mary.davis@rogers.com. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day.